Okay, let's do this. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video and I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing some swatches. I put up a questions box on my Instagram and had some people ask some questions. So I'm just gonna go through and do a little bit of a Q&A whilst doing swatches. The brand that I use for my polishes is Pure Nails, or Halo. They were a brand that we used when I was learning in the beauty academy and I just really liked the range of colors. I will say though that some of their colors aren't that pigmented. So if you're finding yourself having to do French tips but like colors, sometimes it can be a little bit choppy. It's the same with their white as well. I'm not particularly a fan of their white because it's just not that pigmented. Sometimes you find yourself having to do like 3 or 4 coats and it still can be a little bit bumpy and lumpy because you're having to fill in like some gaps. Whereas the nail order, which I think I've got up here as well, nail order white is beautiful. Like 1 coat and you're done. So I'm gonna do some swatches here whilst answering some questions. What I'm gonna do, I saw this trick on TikTok, is you actually swatch the inside of the nail and then you top coat it with matte top coat. So you have a shiny side and a matte side all in one. Saves your product and saves some time. So I'm gonna go in with my first question whilst I go ahead and do some swatches. So this one is called Primrose, and it's kind of like a very light yellow. So the first question that we have is, how much did the studio cost overall? Now, I actually don't know the answer to that. I am planning to do a video on like a price breakdown of everything. The building itself was about £4,000. The installation, I believe, was £800. Electrician was 1,500. So there was a lot of money that went into it. I don't know for sure how much. Oh, I haven't protected my table. Oh dear. You see, it's just like, it's not that pigmented. I was like using base coat on it. It's just not really giving me that pigment. I don't know if you can see, like it's quite streaky. So yeah, if I had to put an estimate on how much a studio costs overall, I would safely say, like with everything that I've bought and everything that my parents have contributed, I would probably say about 12 to 15,000 pounds. When I do my video on the price breakdown, I will obviously make sure, I'll see if that's how much it actually cost. But yeah, this is the second color, Saffron. It's kind of like almost orange. It's kind of like the color of turmeric. So next question, what inspired you to start your nail business? It was actually COVID, if I'm being completely honest. I always like to have my nails done. And obviously during COVID, all of the salons were closed. Because I couldn't get my nails done, I started doing press-on nails. I was only really doing them for myself, but then people were saying they were really good, that I should sell them. This is when I was living in Brighton, so I had to make a little bit more money. Yeah, I basically started doing a press-on business under the name of Pressed Princess. Starting up was rocky, I'll be so honest, and I think it was rocky for all the wrong reasons, but I'm kind of grateful for that because it meant that I really had to put my all into it. It became quite a success quite quickly, but then yeah, things got a bit too intense a bit too quickly, and I know everyone's goal as a business owner is to blow. It just became really overwhelming quite quickly, so yeah, I had to put a pause on that one. But, you know, I'm back. I wanted to do as well was not to focus on just press-ons. Like, I think it's really good that I've got the artwork down, but realistically, now that salons are open, people aren't really into press-ons that much anymore. It's good to have skills that you can use, you know, for everybody. So I can still do press-ons if needed, but I obviously then can do like Gel X and training to acrylics and biab and all that other stuff. So yeah, that is basically my answer for that. I've got a fly. Wow, I actually got it as well. What I like about painting the underside as well is that you can actually be quite rushed and messy with it. This one's called Fortune. That's more of like a yellow. This one actually is quite pigmented, to be fair. like the difference is kind of crazy. I don't really know why some are more pigmented than the others, because I feel like if it's the same brand, they should be the same quality, but they do that instead. These are the first few swatches, as you can see there. And then if you flip them over, they're matte on the underside. Let's answer another question. How long have you done nails? I think that kind of ties into the last answer I did. So I actually started in 2020, just doing press-ons and designing like nail art and stuff. I had to move from Brighton back to my parents. Well, I actually lived in Kent for a little bit, and then I went back to my parents, and it was just so hard to find the space. I think as well, when you're not posting consistently on social media and you try and come back, I feel like it's actually 10 times harder than starting from scratch. I almost feel like my TikTok is punishing me for not posting. I will post something on my personal account, and I actually get really good engagement on that. I mean, the nail mirror that I did, I think at the moment it's on like 2.7 million views. And at the time I posted that, I only had 200 followers. And then I have my nail account where I have 50,000 followers, and I don't get that much engagement at all. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, but yeah, I've been doing nails consistently. If I put the time together, I would probably say about 3 years. But in terms of like actually doing nails, like being sat and doing clients and all that sort of stuff, then honestly, I'm just getting started. I think it's probably been a few months, to be honest. I have diplomas in acrylics and biab and all that, but I'm looking for like my proper qualification. So that is what's coming next. Serengeti, kind of like a reddy orangey. It's a nice color. Next question. What's your favorite nail trend so far? At the moment, what's my favorite trend at the moment? I do like the mouth nails, but I feel like I am seeing them a bit too much now. But I'd say my favorite trend at the moment is probably just 3D flowers. there's so many different 3D flowers you can do. The orchids and the lilies and just like usual flowers, and just the amount of colors that you can do. I love 3D flowers. So yeah, my answer to that is 3D flowers. I haven't even done one full shelf yet. Next question, winter nails or summer nails? Definitely summer nails, sorry. It's not even like I have to think about it. Summer nails are always better. I just love how many different colors you can use, the variations. It's not just about flowers. You can use like animal print, tropical print. Winter nails I feel like are quite restrictive. Like, I don't know, Christmas nails are never really my thing, to be honest. I feel like you're quite restricted with winter nails, whereas summer nails are so much like you could just go so wild with it. What zodiac sign are you? Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of answers to this. It's never like straightforward, because people have different, I guess, disciplines, I guess, or different astrologies that they follow. So I'm actually a Cancer sun, Leo rising, and an Aquarius moon. Did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one. Right, we fix that. That's a really nice pink though. Ooh, another question. What's your favorite food? Ooh, okay, the one that comes to mind is calamari. I know it's like not a meal or anything, but I just love calamari. Wherever I go, if there's calamari on the menu, I'm getting calamari. Like, I just love fish so much, but calamari is just so nice. One thing I will say, Halo Pure Nails, you ate with this angelic color, kind of like this pink, like this really light pink with this shimmer put into it, and it's just so pretty. We've officially done all of them on the first shelf. It has taken forever, but these are the colors. I'm not gonna organize them by shelf, so I'm gonna do this shelf next, and then my darker colors up here, and then I can like reorganize them all, because to be honest, I don't really like the color order that they're in at the moment. So do these colors next. Okay, so I did most of the blues off camera, to be honest, because this is just gonna take forever. I have another question here. Who would be your favorite celebrity client? I think a lot of people expect me to be like Megan Thee Stallion or Beyonce. Honestly, I would be so grateful if I ever had that opportunity, honestly. But realistically, I'd actually say a celebrity client that I would really love to have is Victor Kinder. I think he's hilarious. I also just feel like we would just have such a good time. So if he ever sees this, please let me do your nails. Like, we can do just a nice basic manicure, tidy up, and if you want a little bit of artwork, I'm your girl. The final question, once I just wrap up here, what's your favorite thing about being a nail tech? Honestly, my favorite thing is just being able to create and design. I think I've always been a creative person. Being able to get people's personalities and put it on their nails for them, you know? I think that's one of my favorite things, is just portraying that on somebody else. Do you know what I mean? I know that people say that, you know, eyes are the windows to the soul, but honestly, I think it's your nails. You can tell a lot about a person by their nails, by like the design that they have, you know, if they're fun, if they're funky, if they're a bit more conservative. I mean, me, right now, my nails are not saying anything, but but yeah, that's the end of this video for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I have so much more things that I'm planning to do releases every other week. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to pick up the pace with consistency, but right now I think the best thing for me is to just commit to once every other week. So please like and subscribe, and yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye.